Chris Brown.
I saw that.
Brock University reasoning behind
I
rehiring
saw
a
a
sexual
tweet
predator.
that said like Drake, how Drake gonna say he's in love with Rihanna and then work with Chris Brown.
Yo, maybe she forgave him. If she forgave him, she's like, you know what, Chris? Like, yo, that's the past. We move on. We ain't gonna be together. I don't know, like,
It's okay for them to work together.
yeah, like, it's business at the end of the day.
I don't get it, man.
And as long as I don't know.
I think Chris Brown's gonna own 2019.
Yo, he's
To be
about
honest
to.
with you,
He's about to. The way
yeah, I
he's
think he's
moving.
gonna spaz in 2019.
He just dropped a single. It's hard.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Of
I'm
course,
not
it's
gonna
a
lie to you.
single.
I haven't listened to it. It's true. It is a single, so I'm waiting for the album as usual.
The 65 song album. It's called
Dream.
Indigo.
Oh, Dream is dropping.
Another thing. Did he just drop like a 60 song?
Parts 4, 5, and 6.
Oh God.
He came up with volume 1, 2, and 3. Now he's coming to volume 4, 5, and 6. I hope it's another 40 some odd tracks.
Yo, these guys just stay in the studio all day singing. Like, that's one track.
Hitmakers.
Another track.
Hitmakers. So what happens when you're a goat. My soundboard.
Who did I
was trying to find like a new soundboard to like, I guess, emphasize on the spit. Like, where's the spit? Yeah, like.
What's wrong with that?
So like, I mean, it's good, but I want to emphasize. You know, I want more.
Yeah, you want
more.
Like something like harsher, like something that stands out more.
Like more, just something more. Like, you know, I do like the air horn with the bomb. Like,
yeah,
just more because.
It seems too plain.
Motherfuckers are nasty, man. Motherfuckers are nasty.
With a lot of spitting.
And it deserves a lot more than a motherfucking spit. Oh my God, people are nasty. This is ridiculous. I think I am officially comfortable.
There.
Okay, so I guess we can get started. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Microphone check 1, 2, 3.
Hello. Happy New Year to everybody out there in the world.
3, 4. We're out here.
We in here.
Welcome. Hello.
To
another episode of the True North Views podcast.
Straight
episode
up.
number, because I forgot.
37.
37. I thought we were on 39.
No.
Nowhere close.
Off.
I warned you, as soon as we get past about 4, I'm not going to remember where we are.
It's just a bunch of numbers.
37, episode 37. I don't think any important athlete ever wore number 37. So I'm going to Google that as we go along. Professional athletes that wore number 37. Let's take a quick look here.
It's
coming.
It's
coming. Oh my God, my computer's slow, bro. Okay, we got Doak Walker in the NFL.
Oh, I was here. Was he an NFL player?
Dave Steeb, MLB.
NHL? Oh.
Lester Hayes.
NHL?
NFL.
Oh.
Casey Stengel.
NHL? NFL.
This person has the nickname Bill Spaceman Lee. We're
basketball?
Trash. Okay, so nobody wore number 37.
Doak Walker.
It is what it is.
I don't know because there's a college football award named after him.
Oh, you're dead ass?
Yeah, I found out. Yeah.
Oh, dead ass?
Yeah, Doak Walker award. Award.
Award?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What did he do?
I don't know. I know there's an award named after him.
What's the award? Like, is it like offensive player? Like, what's the
I
award?
don't know.
Man. It's probably
I just know there's an award. No, it's like best something, like best player.
Okay,
what position?
A real award. Real award. But you know what? Then it's the Doak Walker episode.
Hey, shout out to Doak Walker.
It's a Doak Walker episode. You already know what it is. True North Views podcast. We are out here.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? It's your go-to podcast to start your week.
21.
Your favorite podcast. Your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast.
Oh God.
Some would even call us Toronto's official, unofficial podcast.
Want to know why?
Why?
I'll tell you. Because we are the kings of dope criticism.
Straight up.
The pharaohs of prolific opinion.
Straight up.
The emperors of elevated thoughts.
You heard me? It's your boy Harris here.
It's a new year, so I'm your skirt master, Mr. Triple Double No Assist, JustShola.
That was smooth. And as usual, we are giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians on what's really buzzing, what people are talking about, and most importantly, what people are not talking enough about. You feel me? It's kind of weird to say Happy New Year because our episode released on New Year's Eve. And I know people were listening to it throughout the entire week. So it's like they heard us in the new year already. But that being said, I guess let's do the formal Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy
2019.
Welcome like we're here.
New year, new money.
New year, new money.
New year, new me.
Get that new shmoney.
Do the shmoney dance. We're leaving a lot of things behind in 2018. I'm not going to get into that now. But for now, I will get into our plugs. So you can definitely follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, at True North Views. That is all one word. TrueNorthViews. You can find us on your podcasting platform of choice, of preference, whether you prefer Apple Podcasts, whether you prefer SoundCloud, whether you prefer Spotify.
I've actually started listening to a podcast on Spotify now.
Hey.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It could bang.
I like Spotify because
the interface is a lot nicer too.
It is.
I actually enjoy the interface a lot more than Apple.
I find myself, ever since the Joe Budden podcast switched over to Spotify, now I do listen to a number of podcasts, but obviously the Budden one being the most consistent one. I find myself not really going back to the podcast app.
No, I still use the podcast app. Other than Budden, I don't use that for anything
Fair.
else. And I use it for the new show I'm listening to.
Fair. But that's what I was saying. I think Spotify can take over.
Yeah. It's just that native app thing that helps them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But if they can get like more
Apple's
Joe Buddens,
down,
Spotify should
Apple's
sign
going
us.
down. Their stock went down, and I don't see any reason for it to go back up.
They'll come
investors, your investing tip 101. There can be some short money to be made for Apple. When they go down a lot, there will be a little bit of a recovery. But I don't think Apple is a long-term hold.
Nah, they're going to come up with something that we've never seen before, something that everyone all of a sudden wants. And it's going to skyrocket.
I'll tell you what, man.
All of a sudden.
I'll tell you what. I think it's hard for people to admit, and it will take a few years for this to happen, but it is truly the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end for Apple. It is.
No, it's not. Everyone out here still wants an iPhone. Everyone out here still wants a MacBook. Everyone still wants AirPods. Everyone still wants Apple Watches.
You're not wrong.
They're not going
You're
anywhere.
not wrong. But I'm saying their lack of innovation at this point will cost them.
But they have no competition. That's the thing. If they had a competition, I would fully agree with you.
It will cost them. That's all I was saying.
There's no competition. Microsoft's not competing with them. I know BlackBerry's definitely not competing with them.
Anyways.
Android's definitely not competing with them.
What was I saying?
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter.
SoundCloud. Yes. So follow us on SoundCloud. Follow us. Yeah, you can follow us as well. But whatever you prefer to listen to us on, we are there. If we're not there, there's a problem. Tell us so we can tell the man. Again, we are the man. So
we will put it there.
Yeah, we'll get things fixed. You know what I'm saying? I think that's all I got for the plug.
Doak Walker is the top running back in college football.
Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. That is not bad.
So it's a good award to
at
win.
all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
beyond that, once you listen to us, once you follow us, make sure you rate, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Take your friend's phone, subscribe for him or her.
Yes.
Take your spouse's phone, take your girlfriend's phone, take your boyfriend's phone, take your niece's phone, your nephew's phone, your little cousin's phone.
Everyone. Your mom's phone, your dad, your grandpa.
Phone, your grandparents' phone. I mean, everyone got a smartphone.
The nanny.
Everyone got a smartphone.
Everyone does.
There's no reason why you can't take all of their phones. You know, give yourself a challenge. Give yourself a 2019 challenge. How many phones can I take and subscribe to the True North Views podcast? And then let us know how many people.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, I'm
just ready saying, at 6. So
I'm just saying there could be a reward for the winner. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
And I'm saying I'm at 6, so
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm trying to win this.
So
let me see your phone quickly.
I'm already subscribed.
You have games on your phone?
I'm already subscribed. So that would count.
Do you have games on your phone?
I don't.
Oh damn.
I have a couple games. I think that's it for the plug for real this time.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's it for real. I'm not gonna lie.
For real.
So let's get right into this. Then, in that case, we're gonna start back with our routine. We're back.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Normal.
It feels weird. Actually,
it feels weird, but it feels weird, but it feels comfortable.
Like back to
You know what I'm saying?
Regularly scheduled programming.
Back to your regularly scheduled programming. You know what that means? That means we are going to start with our music potpourri.
Music potpourri.
Music potpourri. You already know what it is. It's all your music and music-related news. Usually I ask, where do we start?
We know where we're starting.
We know where we're starting.
We know where we're starting. We're nasty.
Twitter watched as a family. I actually avoided Twitter personally because I haven't watched live.
I avoided this show in general.
I forgot about that for a moment, so I'm gonna introduce it a little bit. Yeah. We are gonna talk about the R. Kelly doc. If you're sick of hearing about R. Kelly at this point, I'm sorry.
That's pretty much my reasoning.
But we're going to talk about the doc. So, of course, it is called Surviving R. Kelly. It is on Lifetime. It has played over the last 3 days leading into the weekend.
Is it every day?
They play episode every day? So there's 6 total episodes. It's a docu-series. Mm-hmm. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Thursday night they played episodes 1 and 2. Friday night episodes 3 and 4, Saturday night episodes 5 and 6. I haven't got to 5 and 6 yet.
Gotcha.
Apparently 5 is the worst one.
Like worse as in
like the most like gut wrenching.
Oh.
So I'm a little nervous. Okay. But anyways, R. Kelly doc, talk to me about this because you're not.
I have no interest in this, and I'll tell you why. Why are we giving this man some shine? Like, this is one thing that's fucked up with the world, is that it's a negative stuff that we put on TV. Okay. How about the nigga that's saving girls out here, Drake? How about them niggas in the strip club saving girls? They don't get no TV show. They don't get no interviews. Now R. Kelly's getting it. Man, fuck out of here.
Have you watched any of the trailers?
I don't know. I have no interest in this.
Have you watched any of the footage?
I have no interest in anything R. Kelly will have to say or do in 2019.
The reason why I ask is because I very much thought the same way that you thought in terms of, for 2019, I'm trying to keep the same energy.
I'm trying to leave that negative energy.
Right? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if something is nasty, if something is like, I don't agree with it.
Cut it.
Cut it in that sense, or make the decision that I'm going to make and stick with the decision that I'm going to make.
Exactly.
So I can understand keeping that same energy, not wanting to watch.
That was me.
Right? I think it's worth watching because the documentary is not meant to highlight R. Kelly. In fact, I was watching episode 1. My heart was already racing 5 minutes in. I would say probably 10 minutes of neutral feeling, and immediately you're there's only one way to feel. Immediately, there's only one way to feel. Unless you're super nasty, there's only one way to feel after 10 minutes of episode number 1.
I don't want to watch that. It
never changes.
I do not want to watch that. Then I have no interest in that. I don't want to be feeling nasty.
I agree with you.
What this guy did. I've seen news reports. I've seen not videos, but I've heard videos.
I think it is vital though, because I think a lot of the things that R. Kelly did, our era remembers, because this was in that 02, 03, even earlier than that. With respect to a lot of the things, even dating back to Aaliyah and whatnot. Our era is aware of that, but there's a whole new era that only knows R. Kelly based on sort of folktales and folklore and stories that they've heard throughout the years. So I'm sure there's a lot of 22-year-olds that have no clue about anything R. Kelly related.
That's okay. Right. Perfect. Let's keep it that way. You see what the guy's doing? Let's keep it that way. Get him out of the paint.
That's interesting.
Like that's my reasoning. Like why we keep on talking about this man? We're like, oh man, this man's nasty. Let's do a TV show on him. Oh, this man's nasty. Let's do a radio show on him. This man's nasty. Let's do a movie on him. Like, come on,
I get it.
Get the nigga out of the paint. Put someone that's not nasty in the paint.
I do get it.
That's why I don't want to watch it.
Don't get me wrong. I don't disagree with you. However, I think For real, I said keeping the same energy, but for real, one of my goals for 2019 is to understand women more. Understand women's perspective, understand why women say the things they do, understand why women think the way they do.
I just asked them, what's wrong with that?
With respect to men, right? Or even just in general, just to be in their world a little bit more, right? This docuseries has had a lot of women feeling extremely angry.
Why?
And extremely disappointed in society, in some men. I think a lot of men showed their true colors on the timeline. They're all nasty. They're all disgusting people.
You gotta
I've
explain.
seen men defending R. Kelly. I've seen people saying, and I'm not saying you're nasty, but I have seen people sort of fight the idea of this playing. Yes, I get it. In fact, there is one argument that says, well, Lifetime is just going to make money.
Yeah,
They're going to get views.
yeah. It's a business.
The ex-wife, why was she jamming to Happy People by R. Kelly a month ago on her Instagram Live? And now she's here talking about he can go to hell and how she doesn't want him near the kids and how, saying the most negative things about him. But now a month ago you were bumping Happy People.
Hey, money,
You know what I'm
money
saying?
talks.
So I get the money argument. I get why come now. This is already played out. We're just making extra money on this. I get all of that. But we're in an era where the voices of women are not strong enough and the voices of black women are not strong enough and not taken seriously enough. You know what I'm saying? So I try to think about the weight on the shoulders that we carry as black people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And what I'll always say and what everyone I hope will always say is that nobody in this life has it worse more than a black woman.
Yeah.
Because you're facing both negatives in that sense. You're black
Mm-hmm.
and you're a woman.
Yep.
So if there's any opportunity, even if it's redundant, even if it's already played out, even if it seems like a moneymaker, even if it is a moneymaker, if there is an opportunity for women, black women at that, to share their story, to have a voice, to get some power, or almost more importantly, to empower other black women, I'm welcoming of that every single time. And I feel like that's what the R. Kelly doc is giving us. It's really, it's bringing everything together in the timeline because we know the R. Kelly story. In fact, it's still going on, but it's been going on for the last 20 years. When you crunch it all into 5 hours, it really opens people's eyes to be like, wow, this nigga was nasty.
Okay.
Get the fuck rid of him.
So
You feel me?
I'll use your argument and my argument,
Let's use it.
and I'm gonna say this: I agree. We should be empowering our black women,
Of course.
but where's the Oprahs? Let's do a show on Oprah. Let's promote the Oprahs, the Beyoncés, the Halle Berrys, the Michelle Obamas. Like again,
Why can't we do both?
How many shows you seen on Michelle Obama?
Michelle
she dropped
Obama
a
got
book.
some shit, man.
Okay, but
Got some shit.
no one's flocking. Actually, okay, everyone's flocking to her book.
They got some shit, but Lifetime is no like Lifetime makes these documentaries.
Well, then do one on
and
Serena Williams, for
biopics,
example. Do one
right?
on Serena Williams. Do one on Diana Ross. Do one on people that have done part. Maya Angelou.
Who says they're not out?
They're
Who
not
says-
out.
because you haven't seen them,
They're not out. Exactly.
or because Twitter hasn't talked about it.
Because R. Kelly is what everyone will talk about.
I think
because
but
it goes back. Everyone likes the negative. Like the negative
I think
is more. It gets more attention. That's why fight videos get more attention than someone doing good.
Okay, so we completely disagree on this. So what I would say is that this docuseries is not really shot in a way that's meant to entertain you. It's shot in a way that's meant to inform you, right? I get what you're saying. Negative attention garners more attention than
Yes.
positive attention.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in my head. Let's just put it this way. In my head, this is a fight video on Instagram. You know that's going to get views. You know that's going to get clicks.
Right.
It's not a conversation between Oprah and I don't know.
But
and
why does
Obama.
that have to be a bad thing in this specific example? I get the general concept. You're absolutely right in terms of the general concept, right? Like if it's shock value or if it's negativity or if it's, degrading somebody or defaming somebody or what have you, we're usually compelled to watch it. I get that argument. I completely get that argument. But my argument would be in the R. Kelly scenario, specifically knowing what he did and also specifically knowing that a lot of people aren't aware of his story and specifically knowing that the people that are aware of his story are probably not, either the story is fuzzy or they're not aware of the depths of his story. My only question to, I guess, why pay attention to negative attention because it's getting more? My only question to that would be, in this specific example, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with hearing still, the story and empowering Black women?
It's still a fight video. In my head, it's still a fight video.
I mean,
it could be a fight video that's professionally done or whatever. It's still a fight video in my eyes.
That is,
and that's why I would never watch this, because I am not giving them a dime. Like, I get what you're saying about promoting Black women, and I agree we should, but let's do it in a different way.
I bootlegged it.
Hey,
so I mean, if that's a happy medium, I hope so. Because I did bootleg it.
Do we even get Lifetime here?
Found it after the fact. Yeah, we do. We do. Okay. Lifetime Canada does exist.
Probably not the same schedule as
probably some BET shit. Remember BET was bumping fucking. Oh my god.
We did not get any TV shows
for how long? I want to stay on this R. Kelly thing a little bit. I do just want to have a brief discussion about how I felt watching it.
You watched the first 2 episodes.
I've watched the first 4 episodes.
Oh, first 4 episodes, sorry.
I'm definitely going to catch up on 5 and 6 sometime this week. Not sure when, but I am going to catch up on it. Hard to watch. I will say it's hard to watch. It's not really... It was much harder than I anticipated. Because again, we all know the R. Kelly story. I'm not going to share my opinion on what I've thought about R. Kelly's music in the past. I don't think that even needs to be shared right now. But what I will say is, again, it was just a lot more than I expected. There was a lot more emotion than I anticipated. And I'll be honest, when I was watching it, my heart was beating fast. My hands were shaking. I was like, yo, this guy is nasty. This guy is a monster. Mm-hmm. Like a monster. Like I knew he was nasty, but this guy is a monster. You know what I'm saying? Monster. So I watch episode 1. Okay. I watch episode 2. Now this shit is getting worse.
Yeah. See, I'm not watching.
And I'm like, how does this manage to get worse? Like this guy is bona fide sick, like a sick individual. Like I've
heard enough.
I can't find any other words than just to call him a sick individual. You know what I'm saying? Episodes 3 and 4, come on. Episode 3, obviously, gut wrenching as well. I don't want to spoil it for those that haven't watched yet or that do plan on watching later on. Episode 4 really made me lose my mind. I was like,
hell no.
I can't. Oh my God.
Nope. That's my nope.
I mean, we know the R. Kelly story, right? So it's not even really a spoiler. R. Kelly obviously was found not guilty for his charges.
Yeah, but I'm pissing on that 14-year-old girl.
Let's just put it this way. Episode 4 talks about how immediately after being told that he's not guilty, in fact, during the trial, he fucking met a 14-year-old.
Oh, see, I'm over this nigga, man.
Nasty.
I'm over this nigga, man.
Nasty. Just
nope.
Just all kinds of motherfucking nasty. Nope. This guy is so nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't find other words for that. I do want to go on a little sidebar for a second. So again, there's people on Twitter, people on Instagram. Mm-hmm. They're sharing all different kinds of opinion.
What the hell's calling me? No, it's me. Oh. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, good. I don't even know where my phone is. The fuck is my phone? The fuck? I just had it in my hand.
Yeah, it's probably on the couch. Probably in the crack.
Tripping. Anyways, don't need it. So again, a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people on Instagram, they're giving their opinions about the series. Some are saying along the same sentiment as yourself in terms of I'm not watching. Some people are saying that, listen, we've already seen this story a million times. Yep. Some people are saying R. Kelly is sick, obviously. Some people are saying what's wrong with the women for taking money from Lifetime. We're seeing a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the people like Ebro. So Ebro,
just an old nigga hating on a young nigga dick.
Host, radio host. He says, and I quote, he says, and I still like The Cosby Show. I still like R. Kelly's music. I still like Michael Jackson, and Dukes of Hazzard was a good TV show. Can you separate art from the person? It's hard, but I can. I'm not necessarily going to ask you if you can separate the art from the person, because we've already spoken about that to some extent with Kanye.
Pretty much.
But what I do want to ask is, how do you feel about people like Ebro, I guess, going out of their way to mention that they're still going to support R. Kelly musically?
I don't know. I still like the Cosby Show. I'm not even going to lie.
Same.
That show is
I
hell
always
of
like the Cosby Show.
Michael Jackson. You know what? Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. No, you know what? I don't know. I don't care about. You know what? If you can separate the music from the person, then go ahead. Listen, enjoy the music all you want. Support the music.
And I think that's kind of the same message that I want to portray is that, you know what? If you are able to separate the art from the person, we all have our examples of it. We all do it to some extent.
Yep, everyone does.
It's just a question of how far you're willing to go in terms of your separation before you start to say, this guy is nasty. He's done. I'm finally through with it. That's fine. What I have a problem with is voicing that in a time where you're what you're doing, Ebro, is you're taking away from the voices of the black women.
You think so?
Yeah, because you're making your tweet about, you're going out of your way to say, I'm still going to listen to his music. Okay. Nobody has asked you for your opinion, first and foremost.
Well, yeah, he's got to get some buzz out there.
Okay, fair. That's fair. I get it. Nobody asked for your opinion. A lot of women are damn near mourning on the timeline as a result of this R. Kelly shit. I've seen tweets that have said, hey people, or not even tweets, like in different, groups that I'm in and whatnot. It's like, hey guys, public service announcement. If women around you are on guard or angry or sad or upset, don't take it personally. This R. Kelly shit just really has them fucked up right now.
Jesus Christ.
Give them the space they need. And I'm watching it, and again, I'm trying to watch it from the perspective of a woman, and it's like, how can somebody feel that powerless? And how can R. Kelly be that sick to control these women the way that he does, right? Like, to me, I'll be honest, and I might kind of just finish up with this point. There's OJ and there's R. Kelly. They're on the same plane.
Pretty much.
I'm dead ass when I say that. They're on the same plane. Like, I don't even want to make any jokes about this R. Kelly situation at all.
I guess I have no interest in this whatsoever.
They're the same kind of sick, maniacal person, right? Like, R. Kelly is sick. He's
been canceled in my head. He's been canceled. I know. I hate saying canceled, but R. Kelly's been canceled. That's why when I saw him, I'm like, I'm not making a big deal of this, man. Like, whatever. People are gonna watch it. They're gonna all complain. I'm like, come on. Lifetime's a business. At the end of the day, business starts to make money.
Yeah, I mean, Lifetime is obviously gonna like the attention. But again, for me personally,
that's you.
I don't care for the benefits that everyone else is getting. I care for the benefit that happens amongst the black community as a result of this. And that's what I'm gonna focus on. There is a benefit. We're seeing the perspective of black women. We're seeing the perspective of women, period. And it's an opportunity for women to say, hey, we've felt like this for a long time. There's a bigger issue at hand. Let's put it in everyone's faces, because we're in an era now where people all want to talk about the same thing at the same time.
I'm not pushing that aside by any means. I'm just saying there's different. I would do it personally in a different way if I was anyone else.
I mean, I get it.
Like, by all means, I do appreciate them getting the voice out there. I just think there's different ways to do it.
I respect it. But I'm not mad at this Lifetime doc at all. It is very riveting. I'm not even going to try to promo it in that sense. I'm just gonna say,
go watch episode 1.
If you want to get the full story, I feel like Lifetime has done a great job of telling you everything. The survivors, the victims, they're not even willing to speak about the things that they feel are the worst, and that kind of says something. That's a little scary. But you know what? Salute to them for being strong enough to share their story. I don't care if they benefit from it. I don't care if they got money from it. I don't care if this was just a ploy, right time, right place to make the most amount of money. I don't care about any of that. I just care that they got their story out. I care that, a lot of women can relate to it. I care that a lot of women are speaking about it. And I care that people are showing their true colors.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? The men that are showing support, the women now understand those are men you got to stay away from. So, salute to that.
I guess.
Hopefully this creates some kind of progress, but that nigga is nasty. Bonafide disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, because I'm going to move on from the R. Kelly. I'm finally done. from the R. Kelly.
I've been done.
30 minutes.
I've been done before. As soon as you said, "Did you watch the trailer?" I was like, "No."
And that's why I went on a little bit of a monologue there. But it's all good. Let's talk about more. Everyone's nasty. Everybody
There's
is
some nasty ass niggas in this world.
I don't get it. Why is everybody nasty? Let's talk about Drizzy Drake, Aubrey Graham. You saw the video.
I saw the video.
Please talk as I get my charger for my laptop.
I don't feel it was that bad. It was Drake circa 2009. Probably in some stage, Sound Academy in Toronto. Some girl comes on stage. You know, he turns her around, gives her a hug from the back. Might squeeze a titty or two. You know, then they ask her a few questions. Oh, what do you use, Maybelline in your hair? Yeah, he actually did ask her if he used Maybelline. And then...
I thought he said L'Oreal.
Whatever, one of those. And then he asked her, how old are you? And she said, I heard 15. Harry's had to clarify and say 17. Because I was like, whoa. And then, you know, he gives her a few kisses on the cheeks, one on the head, and I think he ended with one on the lip.
Yeah, he did. So, yeah, I mean, Drake, like you said, I mean, back in the day, it looked like So Far Gone Drake.
Yeah, it looked like facial hair.
Yeah, like it looked like So Far Gone Drake when he was still trying to look cool. Remember, you know what I'm saying? Like that era.
He had no body pause, like, you know, but he wasn't built. Like he had no he looked hella lean.
Yeah, that is a pause. I forgot my sound bites for a second. What do I want to use for that pause?
The rewind one.
Yeah, you're right. That was trash. Which one? Give me the better one. Damn.
I don't know.
I forgot my sound bites. Okay, hold on. I'm reading them as we speak.
So that's the only one.
Is that it?
That's been it.
We're trash. We need some more sound bites.
It's coming.
Okay.
2019.
Anyways, but yeah, no, Drake is nasty. So yeah, like you said, he was on stage. He must have been performing one of his songs.
Probably in Marvin's room
or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it was Marvin. I don't think it was that Drake. When did Hit It in the Morning come out?
Hit It in the Morning. Can I Hit It in the Morning? That was J. Cole's first album.
But Drake was on that, right?
Drake was on that, yeah. But Drake already dropped an album before that. Yeah, Drake already dropped an album before.
May have even been before that. I don't know when this video takes place, but anyways, like you said, Drake, you know, kissing the girl on her neck and stuff, singing to her or rapping to her or whatever.
Whatever he was doing on stage.
Then he says, "Hold up, I don't want to get in trouble here. How old are you?"
17.
And he's like, whoa, why you got all of that? Why do you look like that? Obviously referring to her body and
she didn't really look 17 in the blurry video I saw. She looks a little bit older.
To be honest, it's too blurry to tell. And that's nasty anyway. So Drake says, "Oh man, why?" And he's like, "You know what? I still had a lot of fun up here. You know, thank you." And then, like you said, kisses her on her hand, does the basic nigga trio, kisses her on each cheek, kisses her on the forehead, and then kisses on the lips. Right?
Basic nigga trio.
Drake is nasty. Yeah. And in fact, man.
It was circa.
I don't want to do this
It was a long time.
I don't want to do this to Drake, but you got to ask yourself, man, when the signs present themselves, the signs present themselves. So you remember the girl from...
Oh, yeah, there's some girl that was on his timeline or some shit.
16-year-old?
Yes. Everyone's like, yo, how's he posting up with this 16-year-old?
Drake tweeted back in 2016, he said, if she's 16, I'm 16.
Yes, I remember seeing that.
Again, there was that girl where, you know, she's like, happy birthday, old man. He put like hard eyes and shit like that. Yes.
Hey, man. Do you?
Listen.
Do you, man? Well, should we expect a Lifetime movie from Drake in about 20 years?
I don't know, man. Nasty. Just nasty.
Yo. Who's the next nasty
Speaking
nigga on the
nasty,
list? Who's the next nasty nigga on the list?
Now, 106 in Park is a staple in my life.
She'd be a staple in the Black community.
I remember coming home at, you know, from elementary school and from high school, 3:30 p.m. roughly. You know, you get the last little bit of the random playlist that BET would play, BET Now or whatever they called it. Then at 4 p.m. you get Rhapsody The Basement. This is back when it was good, so this is before high school in that case. You get Rhapsody The Basement, 4 to 6, and then 6 p.m. 106 in Park, AJ and Free. We're not even talking Terrence and Roxy.
Before them,
AJ and motherfucking Free.
When a double cheeseburger was still $1.39.
Oh yeah, 130. When a coffee and a muffin was $1.39.
Gee, that was breakfast.
Damn, you get that with a fucking with a breakfast sandwich.
You're nice.
$2.92 total.
You're nice.
Come on now, stop.
You are nice for the day.
AJ from AJ and Free, AJ Calloway.
Get the hell out of here.
He is super nasty as well. So he was actually already accused of sexual assault, and actually 2 more women now have joined the initial accuser, who is a journalist, Salah Abrams, I believe is the name. Could be wrong. But anyways, 2 more women have joined. So Abrams publicly told her Me Too story last June to The Hollywood Reporter. That included several instances in which she accused AJ of assaulting her in a car. He is nasty. So she filed a police report. He was arrested, although his attorney said that he had denied the allegations. And the case, of course, was completely dismissed.
As expected.
And this is back in 2007. Now, following Abrams, that's the first accuser. Following her story, 2 more women have come forward and alleging that AJ has sexually assaulted them.
Okay.
One of whom reported her claim to the police on December 24th, 2018. Very recent.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So both of the women, of course, they opened up to the outlet, the Daily Beast, is who they reported to, I think. They didn't want to be identified, so they wanted to remain anonymous. That's okay. One of the accusers basically said, you know what, I don't want it to affect my future, everything that I've worked for, and AJ is someone that would try to do that.
Damn.
Right. The alleged assault took place at a party at AJ's home. He said, so he was really going for my skirt, and I was literally pulling my skirt down because I was not going to allow it any further. He thought it was game or something because he kept laughing and giggling, and I'm like, no, stop. And the more I said stop, the more he got aggressive. And that's when I started to realize, oh my God, this is serious. Like, he's really going to try and force me to have sex with him. Like I said last week with Neil deGrasse Tyson, it says something when women say you make them uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. That is a red flag. AJ, you are nasty. Just everybody.
If true, because again, I'm not going to make him guilty off accusation. But if true, damn man, y'all N-words need to chill.
I listen to the story of women. Now,
I see the side of the truth, and if I don't know the clear truth, I'm not picking a side.
Everything for gospel. That doesn't mean take everything for gospel. But again, listen to what the women are saying as opposed to whether it's necessarily 100% spot on or not, right? So it's like, okay, some women, you know what, they're out to get you. Some of them are. Mm-hmm. There's bad apples in every batch, right? Mm-hmm. Men, there's bad apples. Women, there's bad apples. Athletes, there's bad apples. Fucking news reporters, there's bad apples. Everywhere has bad apples.
Everywhere, yeah.
Accusers, there's bad apples.
Oh, 100%.
But again, when there's multiple women,
it says something.
Oh,
I agree. It says something. I can't say he's guilty, and I can't say they're innocent or they're the victims.
Nasty.
But if it's true, it's horrible.
Just nasty all around. More nasty before we finally move on. I don't know where my phone is, so I'm not going to play the clip because I can't find my phone, and I've been trying to look for it every single time Shola talks. Raz B.
That is some nasty.
You saw the video.
I saw the video. I don't see why he needs to lie. So I'm actually believing him in this case.
And this has been this is another thing that really is a problem in our community, in the Black community, and just in the music industry in general. We ignore a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
This B2K stuff was nothing new. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew about Chris Stokes. Everybody knew about Raz B getting it from Chris Stokes. Yeah. Everybody knows about the quote unquote rumors about Omarion doing sexual acts and J Boog doing sexual acts with Raz B and Lil Fizz doing sexual acts. And again, Chris Stokes being involved and Marcus Houston being involved. And whatnot. But nobody really put their full attention on it and really tried to seek the truth. Right, a lot of people just.
You have to remember, this was around time before the internet too.
Yes.
So it's not like, I
think that's very important.
It's not like today where you can just start googling stuff and finding old articles. Back then, we're like, oh, if someone said on the news, If you don't hear it again for 2 years, you probably forgot about it.
And you know what's interesting? Going back to the R. Kelly super quickly, when I was watching the R. Kelly stuff, I was thinking in my head, a lot of people are probably wondering how didn't they know or how didn't this information spread faster? Because I'm a weirdo. I watch these shows with 17,000 different angles in my mind. So again, I'm thinking to myself, people are probably asking this question. Now, if people were to ask me this question, I would tell them it's because the internet wasn't as prevalent.
Pretty much. That's what I think.
I completely get it, and you're absolutely right. And that's why I don't mind these things kind of coming to light again, because we're in a different era where communication is much more instant. It's much more mass, and everyone kind of receives that information at the same time. It's not bad to sort of bring these things up again.
No, right? No one says bad. Not at all.
But you know what I mean? Again, Raz B, man, he speaks his truth. All the power to him.
Shout out to him.
Next. That B2K tour is messy. Thank you.
Next.
I'm moving on.
Thank you. Next.
Are we done with nasty people?
We're done with nastiness. I'm also all nasty too. Drink some water.
Take a Jesus Christ. Take a little break. God. Man. Woo. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let me play this though, just to kind of change the mood a little bit.
Whoop, whoop. Wow, how convenient is fucking that?
Speaking of convenient, let's talk about the king and the queen real quick.
You talking about me and my wife? Well, we're doing good right now. Life's nice.
Let's go. Oh, where's it?
Okay. I'm talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, obviously.
Oh, the second king and
Queen Bey. You know what I'm saying? King Hov.
King Bey and Queen Hov.
Damn. King Hov. Veganism challenge. #. So Jay-Z and Beyonce want us to all be vegans.
Keep that shit in 2018.
I don't think they realize that we're all not worth $1 billion.
That's right?
Right.
We all don't have chefs that can cook us up some vegan ass meals.
However, Beyonce's trainer, in typical Beyonce's trainer fashion, decided to write a book.
Look, if I looked at Beyonce, I'm writing a book.
You damn right.
The day I looked at Beyonce, and it's going to be 200 pages.
So in the introduction for Marco Borges, that's the trainer's name, he has a new book. It's called The Green Print.
Is that like a blueprint? Like supposed to be like a play off the blueprint?
It must be, which is interesting because it's Beyonce's trainer. It's not like it's Jay-Z's trainer.
Yeah, but why couldn't get any lemonade in there? The lemonade.
It don't sound the same.
Right?
The limeade.
The limeade.
The Green Print, plant-based diet, best body, better world. So, of course, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they challenged their fans to try veganism. Beyonce says, and I quote, and this is directly from the book, "Having children has changed our lives more than anything else. We used to think of health as a diet. Some worked for us, some didn't. Once we looked at health as the truth instead of a diet, it became a mission for us to share that truth and the lifestyle with as many people as possible. We all have a responsibility to stand up for our health and the health of the planet. Let's take this stand together. Let's spread the truth. Let's make this mission a movement. Let's become the Green Print," they added. I just want to ask you, are you going to be #GreenPrint anytime soon?
Hell to the hell no.
You trying to be vegan?
Get the out of here. Do I look like worth $1 billion?
Damn. Worth half a B. That's half a Beyonce.
Still not worth that. Are you going vegan?
Never.
Okay.
Personally, never. I mean, vegans are like... I'm not going to insult. So
I think thread lightly there.
You know,
thread really lightly where you're going.
I'm great at stopping myself. But you know what? I get it. I get what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I actually do agree with what they're trying to do, and I think the point of this is awareness of what you're consuming, awareness of what you're eating.
Oh, agreed.
Awareness of what the impact or the implications of what you're eating has on those that are involved, whether it is the animals, whether it is the ecosystem, whether it is the environment, whether it is, pollution related stuff, anything and everything. Just be mindful of what you're consuming. I kind of get it and I kind of agree, but what I will say for myself, I just try to eat things that are of the earth, things that are natural, salads, greens, veggies.
The biggest thing I read or I heard, I don't know, whatever, it's a long time ago, was if you can't pronounce the name on the back, you shouldn't be eating it. So you look at the box and you see a bunch of names you can't pronounce, you shouldn't be eating it.
Yeah, just a lot of fillers and preservatives.
A lot of stuff
like that.
Yeah, it's not natural. Because when it's natural, you've probably heard of it before. Like, oh, I know that word. Oh, I know that word.
True.
I know that word. And
not a
you
lie.
Eat that.
That is very much.
Yeah, and like you said, just natural. A lot of my food is all, if it doesn't grow from the ground, I probably almost don't eat it.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, it doesn't mean like there's ways for us normal folk to follow what they're saying.
Oh right? Yeah,
you know
they're probably just saying eat healthy.
We can't afford organic.
Oh,
we can't afford vegan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to maintain that lifestyle.
Yeah.
But what we can do is, like you said, why don't we just eat better?
Be aware of what we're eating.
Don't eat the burger that has, triheptamide, phosphorus.
Make a homemade burger from ground beef.
That's what I'm saying, right? So that's like, why, like, just make better decisions.
That's much what they're saying, I guess. Hashtag green print.
But you know what?
I ain't going vegan. Sorry.
Hashtag green print is not happening. But for those that do follow, all the power to them.
All right, all the power.
Shout out to the king and the queen. Shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Why not? Why not? You know what? Even more importantly, shout out to the trainer for cashing in.
All right. Okay. Marco Borges, shout out to you. They got money. Like I said, if I look at Beyonce, I'm running above.
Same, without a doubt. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. Chris Breezy. This headline unsurprisingly is that the word?
Surprisingly unsurprising.
It was surprising and unsurprising at the same time.
Okay.
Because we know how the music industry is.
Yes.
But I do want to talk about Chris Brown a little bit. He signed a new deal with RCA.
Shout out to Chris Brown.
So let me read the Vlad TV article here.
Vlad TV.
Why did I go with the Vlad TV? I don't know.
I was going to say, of all places, Vlad TV.
You know what? It gave me the info.
There we go. Good enough.
So Chris Brown signed a historic new licensing deal with RCA, making him one of the youngest artists to own any of their master recordings.
Okay.
Chris Brown has an upcoming album, Indigo.
65 songs.
It will be the first album under the new deal. RCA released a statement following the deal, which read, "The new deal structure between Brown and RCA Records will undoubtedly enhance the release of Chris Brown's new music, content, and much more throughout 2019 and beyond." Chris Brown has released 5 albums with RCA.
My God.
I didn't know his discog was that deep.
When you think about it, it is.
I'm not going to lie to you. His discog, and not to mention like mixtapes and deep. Okay.
He has 2 albums with Tyga.
I didn't
Fan of a Fan and Fan of a Fan too.
Holy shit.
I don't know if they're albums or mixtapes, but he does have that.
God damn.
Yeah.
Salute to fucking.
You know why? He has like that Lil Wayne effect. He's famous since he was 16.
True.
So we know him like, oh man, he's been around for so long.
Yeah, he has been around, and he's probably he's like 30 now.
Yeah, early 30s,
maybe whatever.
Yeah.
So he's been around damn near 15 years.
That's crazy.
Literally.
He's only 30.
He's
only 30.
That's crazy. That's like LeBron.
Too much.
So of course, again, 5 albums under the RCA label. So that was back in obviously 2012. He released Fortune, which did debut at number 1, went platty. Indigo, of course, marks Chris Brown's 9th studio album in his 14-year career.
I hope this contract makes him release albums with 20 songs or less.
I'm curious. That is a great point.
Because I wanted to listen to this album so bad, but I could not listen to 45 songs.
But I guess what I'm trying to ask, are you surprised that Chris Brown at 30 years old, he's not child anymore?
Let's even make sure he's 30 years old. But keep going.
Yeah, do some Googles. Do some Googles on that. But are we surprised that this deal with Chris Brown has made Chris Brown one of the youngest artists to record to own their masters? We know people like Nipsey Hussle talk about owning their masters. We know people like Jay-Z, Rick Ross, even Meek.
I think Chris Brown knows his worth. He's like, I know I can own my masters because people are going to come out. People are going to listen to my 45-song album. Yep. People are going to listen. People are going to come out to my shows.
You know what's interesting?
He knows his worth. He may not be out there, but he knows his worth.
I saw an Instagram clip from Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Okay.
Random. I know. I don't know how that went. I don't know how.
I just said that's why I said okay.
Yeah, I know. It's
one of those. You know, you just see something like, how did this get on my timeline?
So obviously, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back.
Yeah, I would say Baby Got Back.
Exactly. So he talked about owning that. He talked about owning the masters to that, and he's like, listen, it's important to own because I can still profit off of that.
Yes.
And because I can still profit off of that, the music that I make today is the music that I want to make. It's not a music that I need to make to try to capitalize off of because I'm still capitalizing off of
Baby Got Back.
Baby Got Back. So it's interesting that we're not taking. I'm saying we as if I'm in the music industry, but I'm not.
We are.
Yeah, kind
We're
of.
putting ourselves in there.
Adjacent. We're music industry adjacent. It's interesting to. It's interesting to see people not listen and see these things in a more serious light and understand the implications. I think a lot of people focus on fast money instead of long money.
Like owning your masters?
Yes.
Well, see, the thing is, record labels too don't want you to own your masters.
Of course they
don't. They're not trying to sign you when you can.
Of course they don't.
They're not trying to sign you when you can own your masters. They're trying to sign you to like a 5-year deal when you're 18 years old, still buzzing.
So then once you're off the label, they can say, well, we own
your first
music,
3 albums.
We own your sound.
Exactly.
We own your name. We own your likeness.
So if you want to make any more money, you got to re-sign, and you're not getting your masters anyway.
Exactly. So
it's all about knowing your worth at the end of the day.
Basically,
they always say don't sign until you know you're going to like. It's like it's best for you. Don't sign because it's best for the.
Just try to play the long game as best as you can. I know there's mouths to feed. I know fast money and instant money means something, but please try to play the long game. Chris Brown has shown that. You know what? 30 some odd years old. How old is he?
29. He'll be 30.
He'll
be 30 in May. 1989.
Man. Oh man.
Even Rihanna's 30.
Nuts. Oh man. Chris Brown has taken over 2019.
Shout out to Chris Brown. I can't wait for that Indigo album.
Wow.
You checking for that?
Yes.
See, that's why he owns his masters. Because we checking for it.
Yes, I definitely am checking for that.
And he came out with a single. Oh my god, it's pretty. Anyway, we'll get there later. But
we will get there later.
He showed the pipes. Pause.
Now, speaking of Chris Brown,
yes, and performing,
even though he's not necessarily on the next point I'm going to make. But speaking of Chris Brown, because Chris Brown should be here. Let's talk about Coachella real quick.
Let's
talk about Coachella real quick. Now, firstly, Coachella is going to be on YouTube for the first time.
Oh my god, are you watching it? I'm gonna give it a shot. I want to watch some acts. I'm not watching the whole thing, but I see Juice WRLD though, so
I'm gonna see what people are tweeting about, and I'm gonna watch it. I guess if it's an artist I care to see.
That's the thing. Yeah, if it's the artist I care to see.
Pretty much. So the lineup was announced.
Yeah, it looks pretty heavy as usual.
Does it?
It looks heavy.
Does it though?
It looks heavy. It has names and it doesn't at the same time.
You know
that's
what
how Coachella is.
I mean, okay, so there's a couple of headliners. Obviously we know Coachella is a 3-day event. On day 1, Childish Gambino is the super headliner.
Yeah.
On day 2, Tame Impala is the super headliner. That's gonna actually be a great show. And day 3, Ariana Grande, as she says, is the super headliner. I guess let's just start spitting a few other names. So again, back to day 1, Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Maybe let's stick on day 1 for now.
Yeah, let's go day by day.
Popped up for you. So I mean, Janelle Monáe,
of course, album of the year.
Diplo goes without saying.
Anderson .Paak. Musgrave, Casey Musgraves. Supposedly our album was album of the year. Yeah. Supposedly our album was, because I did a little research into it, and people really liked her album.
Is it country?
I have no idea. I did not listen to it. I just know that a lot of people were raving about it being album of the year.
Interesting. Yeah. Juice WRLD is there.
Juice WRLD, watching that show for sure.
It really says something about the size, the font size that that Coachella puts your name in.
I hate how they do that. Like they literally say, all right, you're on that level, but you're on that level.
Because Jaden Smith's name is mad small.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Jaden Smith's name is mad small.
But I don't see him as a second or third line.
Division's on here as well.
DVS, and shout out to Canadians' very own. Tara Wack. I see Tara Wack there.
Tara Wack. I didn't see that. She's on day 1. Shout out to her.
88 Glam. 88 Glam. They're from Toronto. They're two. It's a group from Toronto.
Shout out to them.
They're sick. I see Riff Raff.
Riff-Raff.
It says hooray for the Riff-Raff. So I don't know. I used to actually like Riff-Raff. I think his music is fun. Like he makes I feel like he makes comedic rap. Exactly. Yeah. That's all for day 1 that I really know. Looks like it's
it for day 1.
Dave
so day
P.
2,
sounds familiar.
Solange. Oh boy.
Kid Cudi.
Solange. The day 2 is a very psychedelic type of day. It could be.
Yeah, like Cudi.
Tame.
Weezer.
Solange. Cudi.
J Balvin.
I don't know, man.
Bass Nectar.
I mean, if there's one day
Wiz
I can
Khalifa,
miss, I'm cool with missing day 2. I'm not gonna
Sheck West.
Actually, no,
Virgil Abloh, now that he's a DJ. Mr. Easy.
Sir is
Sabrina
on there.
Claudio.
Idris Elba.
What? Idris Elba?
What? Look at the 4th line.
I see.
What?
Murder Beats.
Murder on a Beat. So
it was not nice. That's about the last name I know there.
And then of course day 3. Actually, you know what? I'm cool without day 3.
The first name on the second line, I was like, it's gonna walk away.
I am cool without. You got Khalid,
your favorite.
Oh my god,
Zed.
Bad Bunny.
That gas festive
They got
thing.
Churches though. Churches is hard.
YG 400.
Okay, they got Playboy
Cardi.
Cardi.
Yo, I've been listening to Die Lit.
Tell me about it.
It's not album of the year.
Okay.
But if you're cleaning your house and you put that shit on,
it's growing.
You're moving.
It's growing on you.
Yeah, it's like an instrumental that he just has a beat. He just say something over, so it's not boring.
And that's Playboy's style, and I think that's where the super fans of Playboy will continue to defend him to the death.
So I understand.
I just don't think he's elite. I think
he's not.
He does what he does very well.
Yes.
But I don't think he's elite.
No, it's not album of the year for sure. But if you know what you're expecting going into that, you will enjoy it. Let's put it that way.
It's like testing.
Yeah.
Her is on
Blood
there.
Orange. Pusha T. You're trying to miss this one? K Trinata. Gucci Gang.
Oh, hell no. So, Rico Nasty. Shit.
Burna Boy.
070
SOBRBE?
Nah.
Are you trying to miss that day?
Okay, pick a day. Pick one day to attend.
I don't know, man. You got Childish Gambino on the spot. You got Childish Gambino on the first day. That's big for me. You got Kid Cudi on the second day. But third day, I know more of these acts.
Okay, pick like your top 5 from each day.
I'll pick day 3 actually. If you give me a day, I will pick day 3.
Me too, I think, man. I think I'd pick day 3.
I'll pick day 3.
Oh, did you see? I don't know if you heard about this. So I don't know if you noticed on day 3, one of the acts is called Gucci Gang.
Yeah, and everyone thought it was supposed to be Gucci Mane, and they made a mistake.
Yeah.
No, it turns out it's Gucci Gang is Gucci Mane, Lil Pump. I was actually going to ask you about this.
Listen.
How do you feel about what if? Yeah,
I don't want this.
How do you feel about the old head teaming up with the new niggas and be like, yo, let's create a super group?
That is a different question. That I don't mind
because they're calling themselves a super group.
I like that. I mean, listen.
Well, let me just set it straight. Gucci Gang is a super group comprised of Gucci Mane, Lil Pump, and Smoke Perp.
I'm gonna say this, bruh. Not everyone should use the super group term. I'm gonna just say that. Listen,
that's a super group, man.
The Seattle Supersonics, back when they had Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, and whoever, was not a big 3.
Oh no.
The Washington Wizards damn near wasn't a big 3.
Which one? The one to this year?
No, the Caron Butler.
Oh no, okay, no,
Anton
that was
Jameson.
no.
Anton Jameson was nice.
Yeah, but that's not a big 3 though.
My point is, not everyone can use that term so freely.
Nah, it's a super group.
Gucci Gang definitely is not a super group.
You might not like Lil Pump, but Lil Pump is big.
You think Gucci Gang is a super group?
Wait, is Gucci Mane big or not?
Yes.
Is he okay? You might not like Lil Pump.
I can still answer objectively.
All bias aside,
I can still answer objectively.
Lil Pump is big. People go to festivals for Lil Pump.
Yes.
He's not big.
Ask me the third question. Is Smoke Perp big?
Okay, boy, see, he's the one that doesn't make it super.
I'm waiting for that question.
I was purposely avoiding his name.
Okay, but
he doesn't make it super.
Fell off.
Oh yeah, because he makes generic music. Like again, there's 10 people that make the music he makes. I didn't expect
Perp to fall off that quickly.
I knew that was coming. Even Pump's falling off.
I told you.
He needs to drop something. He doesn't drop something.
I told you.
He needs to drop something.
No, I'm rolling with day 3.
Yeah, day 3 as well.
I think day 3 looks like the most interesting day.
So anyway, if you have tickets, let us know, and we would not mind, showing up.
I don't know, man. Would you ever attend Coachella? Do you have any intention on?
I feel like I'm too old for that now. Like I'm over this. Like I don't see the hype, especially if it's gonna be on YouTube now.
Like I like the crowd. I like. You know what though? I mean, festival season though, man. It's summertime, festival season. Like,
but
we like festivals.
But Coachella is not like these ones here.
Yeah, it's all bougie and shit.
Exactly. It's all like
That ain't a lie.
I'm good with certain places. I would like to keep myself away from. Coachella is just too many people, man.
That is not
too many people.
I'm with you on that.
It's not most an amphitheater.
I'm rolling on that. So let's get off of that shit then. I guess that's our transition music. New music report. Winner, gagnant.
When I see that at the gas station, I always look to see how much they won. Like, how much you win?
Does it show?
Oh yeah, it says like free play on it. I would say $4.
Were you like Encore?
No,
man.
Who the hell buys Encore?
Encore is the devil is a lie, okay, and the Encore is the devil.
Encore is a scam, and they're fully telling you it's a scam, and they're like, yo, buy us,
man.
$1.
New music report though. Let's get into this. So it's been a very obviously interesting time in music. I've been very lost with what I'm listening to.
It's because of the holiday season.
Holiday
really
season,
messed up
we
like
have
releases.
People don't want to release the last week. There was some new music that came out. I didn't check any of it
towards the end. Towards the middle.
But there was some new-ish music that we did both listen to. Let's start off actually with that 21 Savage. We didn't get a chance to really talk about it. We won't do like a super deep dive. Obviously, it's been out for a couple of weeks at this point. But I mean, let's talk about it a little bit.
It's the second studio album, 16 tracks, 55 minutes.
Pretty solid.
It came out December 24th.
Christmas Eve.
You start first. Did you like this album?
I loved it.
Did you see growth in him?
Yes.
Okay, because I saw that too.
I loved this album. I think I wasn't really voicing it out loud, but I kind of was at the same time. Like 21 has been showing me growth for a little while now.
Yes.
Right, and I truly think Amber Rose is to thank for that. I truly do. I'm not even joking.
He did. Like,
I truly think like for him to do like the slut walk and just not be ashamed, for him to be like, yeah, I'm wifing a hoe. All those radio interviews, all the things that Amber Rose has said. Again, this is why my goal for 2019 is to just understand women better.
Agreed.
Because I truly think it helps you grow as a man.
It does.
Right? So I think 21's time with Amber Rose, maybe not to directly thank her, but to thank their experiences together, I think is part of his growth. I think chilling with Meek Mill is part of his growth as well.
Definitely.
Because Meek Mill is around the right-minded people right now. Right?
Remember, 21 was also the person that said, I'm done buying cars and flashy jewelry, flashy outfits. He's investing in real estate, stocks.
He's smart.
Yeah.
He is smart, and he's trying, and he's playing the long game.
He definitely is. He's smart.
Right? And that's kind of what I'm saying just with respect to the music industry. Now, I don't know what it's like with respect to him owning his masters as an example. But he's obviously on the right path of understanding how to make smart decisions with his career, with his money, with his growth, et cetera, et cetera. Like you said, though, man, I'm thoroughly impressed. It's funny because I was surprised, but I didn't feel surprised because I kind of knew 21 had this in him.
Because he's always shown, we always liked 21. Even remember the Metro Booming stuff? We were saying 21 almost made that album 10 times better. He always comes out with his way of rapping.
And there's something about 21, man. It's like, even just going back to 2-3 years ago, to me, he was always that guy that didn't need the fillers. He kind of
has the on God.
I actually like
21.
He has a 21 on God. You're right, but I'm saying just with respect to his lyrics, like
he does have ad-libs, but he doesn't do like the or like those type of ad-libs.
I guess that's what I mean. Like it almost seems like he just does one recording. You know what I mean? There's no there's no layering, and I'm like, it feels like there's no layering. Weird, but I thoroughly enjoy the single layer of music that he makes. It's so interesting. So I've always been fond of 21 in that way.
What do you think about that? We've been getting money. We've been getting Jewish money, or we've been getting that Jewish money. Everything kosher line. See, and
nothing wrong with it.
You know, I think because as Black people, we know what it means to be stereotyped. If someone was saying we're getting good money, we're saving money, we want that stereotype.
See, I actually don't even think it's as deep as that. I think it's just like, who was it that said? I don't remember who said it, but just in general, watch Hip Hop Evolution again, just to understand the origins of music industry, right? Because hip hop is a young genre.
Yeah.
Jewish people have always been at the top.
But that's what I'm saying. Why are they mad? It's not even negative.
LeBron that said it. Not and LeBron it's not even said it, but it's LeBron that did the action of tweeting it or whatever.
But it's not negative.
But LeBron is pro-black.
You did say that, though. You did say they're trying to bring down LeBron. You did, right? You did say that.
I said that. I believe in you. I see they're trying to bring down LeBron. Like, I see it.
I wish someone would say Black people are getting money. Everything is kosher. Like, we want that shit. Like, yo, that's positive. That's good shit. We want to be like you.
So, like, okay, kosher indicates, like, clean, good, pure, positive, right?
Kosher means no pork and cheese at the same time.
Jewish money is not a lie. They own it. What are you
They're known for that too.
It's a description. It's not a stereotype. It's a description.
Whatever.
TV industry, movie industry, music industry, entertainment industry, every sports industry, Jewish. I have no problem with it.
No problem either.
No problem.
Anyway, to close out this album, I wasn't after his first album. I thought he was not an album rapper. To be honest, it felt like just a bunch of songs put together.
I'm not mad at
even
that.
his mixtapes sound like that.
I'm not mad at that.
And he wasn't that good lyrically. And I still don't think he's that good lyrically.
I think he's gotten a little smarter, but I don't think he's elite. You're right.
He's added a sense of humor.
He fucking killed a lot. Like his, forget Cole for a second, because Cole delivered a great verse. Yeah. I actually don't think that's Cole's best verse of the year. No, some people do. No, a lot of people do.
Okay.
And that's just recency bias.
That's exactly what it is.
But 21 smoked a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He smoked it. But yeah, you were saying, my bad, I cut you off.
No, it's soft. I was saying he's showing and getting more loose with his violent persona. I think what other things that we're no more seeing him as a persona, we're seeing him as a character.
Really?
Yeah, and it's hard to explain because I had to think about this. A persona is like, we saw Tekashi as a persona. Like, you ain't really gangster, you're just playing this act. Whereas we know maybe this guy is about this life, but it's just funny because he can't live that life anymore.
It's just how you're describing it was interesting. It is. Because I would almost argue that the definitions are opposite for the words.
Mm-hmm. I had to Google the words too.
So but I do get what you're trying to say. It's like it's a little bit less of an act and it's more of a like, this is how you really could be.
Exactly. And we're liking that because like, you know what? We actually we think this is kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. And again, why do we like that? Because he's showing growth and he's showing, okay, I can make the song about, how many times did I cheat? A lot. How many times did I? A lot.
And he also made a song.
Get personal like that
about his mom, a whole song just about his mom.
Song about his mom.
He also talked about his brother a lot, and which he never really did much in his last album. Mm-hmm. So I like that. I really think he did. He's shown growth.
But then he can also say how many niggas you shot, a lot, and you believe it.
But he did shoot someone.
Yeah, he did. But when he says how many did I shoot, a lot,
you can believe it because he's not Tekashi saying I put a bullet in your eye. Like to me, that's a persona.
True.
Put on a fake persona.
True.
One more thing I was going to say. No, I forgot.
A good album though. Again,
yes,
very
solid
good album.
Everyone should listen to it.
It was a great ending of the year for him.
This is what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
And it might take a little long, so we'll save for another day. But I'll preface the question here. This is a new generation of rap.
Yes.
I consider everyone graduating. I'll tell you the last generation was like the Drakes.
Yeah.
So he's graduated. That means he's like almost to that legendary status. The Kendrick, the Coles. Yeah. Meek just graduated in my eyes.
But Meek was also part of that era. Yes. But yes, he just graduated.
Like Big Sean has not graduated.
Big Sean will graduate in 2019.
That's that. So I'm thinking that's what I was going to go for. Nicki hasn't graduated.
She graduated and then got demoted.
He went back to school.
Fuck, Nicki, man. I like.
And then Wale's in that gray area where some people think he's graduated. One of those
where it's like
some people
should be unanimously graduated, but for some reason some people don't think he is. So I get what you mean.
There we go. Anyway, those guys have all dropped 3 albums.
Yes,
most of them. I think Big Sean hasn't. So I'm saying Big Sean's 3rd album will be his graduating. It has to be his graduating album.
But you know what I heard, and you might be disappointed by this. And shout out to Boozy Fade. Shout out to Boozy Fade for providing this information. Big Sean apparently is taking vocal lessons.
Thank God. Well, no, not for singing. I hope he's not singing. Just like sound better on a track, but not singing.
Let me slow down here. Let me say that again because you went too fast for a moment. Big Sean is taking vocal lessons for his next album. As in he may or may not be singing.
So when you said vocal lessons, I was just hoping you just meant so he can.
No, I mean like rap longer working on his singing voice is what I mean by vocal lessons.
We need to cut that. Yeah, Big Sean. We ain't trying to hear you sing.
So we might hear Big Sean sing. I hope to God not. I hope if he does sing, it's as much as Meek sang.
Yes, there we go. I just don't want to.
I'm sure Meek took lessons as well.
Definitely.
Just that information wasn't out.
So
but shout out to 21.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. Well, actually, I'll save that question for another week.
Fair. Yeah. Shout out.
It's going to be a longer conversation. It's more about who's graduating from this new gen. I'll give a hint so you can think about it. Who's graduating from this new generation?
I'll tell you 21 for sure. I think Uzi will get there if he's not already there.
Post Malone?
I think Cordae is coming. Give him 3 more years in terms of his graduation. I think
Post is almost there.
Post, I don't consider hip hop, so I don't even really talk about him. He doesn't take the hip hop, like he doesn't like hip hop, so I don't talk about him. Who else? Juice WRLD, I think, will definitely reach that.
Eventually.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
It was just one of those sides, just
top
quick.
of the head,
exactly,
top of the dome. But let's definitely unpack that in a deeper discussion one day, because I think that's a really good discussion to have. In terms of other new music,
yes, I'm gonna go with.
I mean, again, I haven't bumped anything.
Yeah, I was waiting for this the whole year. Right? It was A Boogie with the hoodies, hoodie season.
Okay,
I've been fucking with A Boogie with. I hate saying his name. A Boogie with a hoodie.
Did you used to listen to Dej Loaf?
Yes.
Did he steal? I don't know the story because I don't listen to him. Personally, I try. I can't really get into it. It's not for me. I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating anyone that likes it.
That's not your style.
Did he jack Dej Loaf style?
Something like that. Yeah, but
like her whole sound.
You can't say jack her whole style. They probably were doing it at the same time. He just blew up more than she did. But they do that rap singing thing. Like, I don't know. It's really weird. They do like a rap singing
Where's Dej Loaf?
melody. That's what I'm saying.
Be the perfect time for her to come back right now.
She had a song like that blew up last summer, winter.
But didn't blow up. But
I heard
released. I think I know what you're talking about.
And I think it was with Kid Ink. And then she had another song, Bed or Not Bed. I can't remember. I actually like her too.
Dej Loaf is nice, man.
She was nice.
And we're in an era, and I said this in our wrap-up show, we're in an era where there's so many different female talent. Like, again, Cardi is different from Nicki, is different from Rhapsody, different from No Name, different from Rico, different from
Dej
Loaf, different from
Remy Ma.
What's my girl's name on the Meek shit? Melly.
Oh,
Melly is nice. Yo,
she
Melly is nice. Different than Rhapsody. Like, Dej Loaf, where you at? Come back.
For real.
Anyways, A Boogie with the hoodie.
Second studio album since 2017. His first album was I can't remember the name. It was pretty solid, good intro. Showed his range, showed what he can bring to the table. This album was 20 tracks. I don't know how long it was. Probably about 40 minutes knowing these guys.
Like 42 minutes, 20 songs.
Came out December 21st.
He sold 55K second week?
Second week? Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
He has a following.
I think first week he did something like 100K first week.
He did?
Something like that.
Wow.
He debuted number 2 both weeks. I forgot who number. I assume 21 was
Savage.
Number 1 both weeks. Yeah, 21 pulled up like 60K second week.
Damn.
And A Boogie did like 50K, 55K.
That's not bad.
But we're also there's no music out right now.
That's true. So there was no music. That's all we had for the holidays.
It's all you had, man. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that. But shout out to both of them. Just a little sidebar there.
Came back with his. You see, the thing about A Boogie is he has today's trap style beats, but then he does like some stupid singing, rapping thing, and it gets tiring after about 6 tracks.
That's what I'm saying. I personally just can't get into it with A Boogie. Like, just my personal thing, right? I can't get into that at all. So I mean,
it gets tiring. But he has features on it like Offset, Nav, Tyga, Juice WRLD, 6ix9ine. So he just keeps it interesting when you're about to get tired. But 20 songs is just way too long.
Yeah,
like that shit could have been 12 songs and it would have been so much better.
Yeah,
it just felt boring, drawn out, and
not
sometimes
every artist can do 20 songs. I'm gonna just say
uninspiring.
That. Do we want to talk about any more music or do we want to move on?
I'm gonna run you down some singles, quick, bang bang, hip hip. Let's go. Future Crushed Up. It's Hype Future.
I heard apparently this is supposed to be a smash.
It's.
You think it has that potential?
It has the potential.
It could carry to the summer.
Yeah, I think this could be. I think this is supposed to be his winter banger.
Okay.
Okay, blasting in your car. I think it's a sign that an album's coming too.
Speaking of albums coming, I'll quickly go back to Coachella for a second. Coachella is usually a sign to say who's releasing, right? So a lot of the headliners, like new Tame Impala, I'm excited.
Gambino.
For those that don't know who Tame Impala is, if you remember the song off of Rihanna's album Anti, the song was called Same Old Mistakes.
Yep.
Doom, do, 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 do. You know what I'm saying? She covered, not even like sampled. She covered. So it is a Tame Impala song. Tame Impala has a song called "A New Person, Same Old Mistakes." It's the exact same song. I prefer Tame Impala's version over Rihanna's version sometimes, but they're great. They're great. I'm excited for that. New Gambino
for sure
is coming out for sure.
He did a feature with 21.
But you know what? Let's get off everything music related. That is the end of the music potpourri.
Music potpourri.
Let's get into our entertainment report.
Entertainment report.
Do
our own transitions.
Tell me. I want to talk about Ellen. I want to talk about Ellen a bit.
Okay, wait. First of all, how do you view Ellen?
I think Ellen's cool. I think she is invited to the barbecue.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
at
say.
all times.
Yeah, she cool. That's the best way to put it. She cool.
That's it.
She invited to the barbecue.
Cool.
She can hang with
daytime TV.
She can hang with the crowd.
She does very mild interviews that are pre-scripted.
That's the only one thing that pisses me off.
But you know what? She has her place.
Exactly.
She has her place in the culture. There is outrage though for Ellen because she is supporting Kevin Hart.
Kevin.
People
want to be upset about something.
Yes.
I've already said that. People just need something to be upset about.
And that is, I'm going to go back to R. Kelly real quick. That's kind of how I feel about the R. Kelly thing. And I'm not even saying that you're angry because the way that you're explaining it, I know you're not. People are legitimately angry at the attention rather than the understanding what the attention. You know,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Again, people need a reason to be upset.
That's my point. So there's outrage for Ellen. Why? Because people love outrage. She is supporting Kevin Hart, of course. So she had Kevin Hart appear on the Ellen DeGeneres show that was on Friday. So her and Kevin Hart, of course, she revealed that she actually called the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
You know they released actually the nominees?
Say what?
The Oscar nominees? Oscar, yeah. They released the nominees today.
I thought we already knew that. No, that was Grammys.
That was Grammys.
I always confuse them shits.
We'll talk about another day.
Them shits.
Exactly.
Anyway, so she called up the Academy. She asked for Kevin Hart to be given back the role. After some urging from DeGeneres, Kevin Hart said that he would consider hosting. She said that she accepted his apology. She told him, you know, Kevin, I called them. I said, Kevin's on. I have no idea if he wants to come back and host, but what are your thoughts? And they were like, oh my God, we want him to host. We feel like that maybe he misunderstood it or it was mishandled or maybe the wrong Excuses. Kevin Hart doubled down on his apology, but he still criticized people who resurfaced the old offensive tweets. He said that's an attack. That's a malicious attack on my character. That's an attack to end me. That's not an attack to just stop the Oscars. Do you agree with Kevin Hart? Are they trying to tear down Kevin Hart?
You know what? After you said about taking down LeBron, I believe yes, they're trying to take down Kevin Hart.
Yes,
he's a voice for the black community.
Voice for the black community, empowers black people, empowers creators, empowers other comedians. Does a lot of good things. Produces his own films.
Doesn't take shit from nobody.
In them.
Exactly.
And they're trying to take him down.
Agreed.
Right? My thing is this. Again, you can cancel me if you want for saying this.
You're canceled.
If you have to go back to 2008 to find something on Kevin Hart, all I will say is that it may or may not mean that he's actually changed.
10 years ago?
I'm just going to leave it at that.
People thought differently, but yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
3 years ago, people thought different. God damn it.
Yes.
Next question I have. Are you surprised at Ellen's support?
No, Ellen's been, like you said, she's cool.
She's cool.
She's that person that would dab you up at the part of, I feel you, I see you.
Next question I have. Is this WWE antics by Kevin Hart, by the Oscars, and by Ellen DeGeneres to give a valid reason to make Kevin Hart host again?
Yes, that's actually what I was when you wasn't reading that. I was like, I feel like they're just doing this whole thing just so Kevin Hart can host again, and it doesn't make anybody look too bad.
So it's not just me that thought this was fishy.
Okay,
I thought that they had already decided that Kevin Hart will be hosting again, and they said, okay, how can we do this in a way
where we don't have to say we
don't
were
catch
wrong.
Backlash or whatever? Why don't we just use Ellen?
Exactly. Everyone loves Ellen, right?
Ellen can't take heat.
She's cool.
Too many people love I was gonna say Helen. Ellen.
She had a barbecue.
Man.
They love her.
She cool. So you think it's WWE tactics?
Yeah, because you think it's WWE too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we didn't talk beforehand.
We had no conversation about this.
So okay, I definitely. Now, fourth question I have.
Would you, if you were Kevin Hart, would you host the Oscars? That's my question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
I'd be like, nah, fuck that. You already took my shit away.
I would. Okay, interesting. Next question I have.
I thought you would say no, surprisingly.
Would you host the Oscars?
Were you actually going to ask that question?
No, I wasn't.
No. I'm like, hell no. You already took that away. You already tried, tearing me down. Like,
you need me, I don't need you.
Exactly. Like, fuck that. No, man.
You're not lying.
They don't pay enough. It's only $15,000. It's not even like a lot of money.
I changed my mind. I'm rolling with you. I'm not hosting.
And there's a line on that Childish Gambino song with thing where he's like Childish Gambino song with 21 Savage called Monster on his album, and he goes, "If they're paying you, you don't have to ask what you're worth." I was like, "Damn, that's bars."
Yeah. That was super bars.
I was like, "Damn, that's bars."
That was super bars.
But yeah, your last question.
My last question. I don't even know if it's my last. I'm freestyling.
Your next question.
My next question. Should there be outrage for Ellen?
Nah.
Do you understand the outrage for Ellen?
No, that's what I'm gonna say. No, because I don't see any.
I was gonna say no for both. I don't understand.
I don't see the outrage. Like, it's Ellen. Like, she's just a medium. She's a communicator.
Yeah.
She's a messenger.
Personally, I haven't seen the outrage.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you see
it? Might
outrage?
be fake outrage. Remember the
everyone needs to be
Vogue
upset.
shit? Was that Vogue with Kendall Jenner?
Yeah, everyone needs. Yeah, was it Vogue? Insight? No, it was Vogue. It was one of those.
Whatever the fuck.
One of those white people magazines.
Where they edited it wrong and whatever.
Or her hair was like look like an afro or whatever.
Afro.
Whatever. Again, people need a reason to be upset.
So this could be fake outrage. I'm not surprised if it's fake outrage. Now that we put that WWE plot to it. Yeah, that's fake outrage. I'm not here for that.
Yep. People need a reason to be upset. Trust me, going into 2019, that's been my motto. Like, if I look at something that looks like it's gonna piss me off, just keep scrolling.
Oh yeah.
Get off.
Like, sure.
Nope.
Sure.
You're gonna piss me off. I'm turn left.
I love it. I love it. It's. I don't know if it's a part of 2019 or if it's part of getting older, but
I have no time
giving a fuck.
I have no time to fuck with shit that is not gonna fuck with me.
I don't care. Everybody's nasty.
Everybody
nasty. Loves outrage.
Everyone wants to be upset.
And yeah, people like to be upset. People like to be riled up.
Yep.
And I don't care. I don't care enough.
You ever the woman that got upset because someone called her a woman or a female? I'm so confused at that female thing. Do you understand that?
Wait.
I think it was someone famous. This happened a few months ago. Okay, I'll run you back.
You have to run that by me again. Wait,
it happened a few months ago, and I don't know who, but someone said something about, all you females or something. It's just like a random joke. It wasn't even the joke wasn't even the part of what they got offended by. They got offended because he called them females. He's like, "What do you mean females? Are we dogs? You can say female dogs. You can be female." I was like, "Come on, really?
Jesus,
really? Are we really going to be upset?"
Female is actually the most correct term to use to describe a woman.
That's why I say when people want to be upset, they'll find a reason.
And that's what really bothers me is that, like, it's like you said, people didn't even focus on the message. You just want to pick one word
and then run with that.
And run with it.
Yep.
Is there a responsibility for us? And I say us, I don't know, just people saying things, I suppose.
People that
is there a responsibility for us to change our wording, or is there a responsibility for how people receive the message?
I can't control how you see my message.
That's not a lot.
I'm gonna tell you as it is, and if you don't like it, that's up to you.
Jeez.
As long as you give context.
That's just 2019. That's some dragon energy.
Give some context to your shit. Hey, if you want to get upset after you've seen the context, then that's your business at that point.
Very true.
If you're a white person, nigga, okay, I'm gonna slap you because I don't know where that's coming from. Or yo, I'm saying it because, and you give me some nice reasoning, and I'm like, okay, fine, you are black somehow. Okay.
I don't know how you would ever come to that answer.
I'm just saying.
Revisit that. I'm gonna get you out of that hole. So Ellen, outrage again. Kevin Hart. They're wildin'. This is all fake anyway. This is increasing the ratings. We see through you. We don't believe you.
We're still not gonna watch you.
We need more people, and we're still not gonna watch. Right. Now, I think I'm done with that.
I'm done.
Okay, great. Do we want to stay true to our script and do some sports talk?
Yes.
Why not? Because I just said it. Sports talk. You know what I'm saying? Sports talk.
No.
There's only one thing for us to talk about. We're only going to talk about the Raptors.
We're talking about Team Canada losing to
Yeah, you know
Finland?
what? Good point. Team Canada World Junior Hockey.
Was it Finland?
We lost to Finland in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, overtime.
We are trash.
They scored with like 30 seconds left and then scored in overtime.
We are trash.
Unreal.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we suck.
Yeah, that wasn't good. It was on our homeland as well.
Yeah, it was in Canada.
I feel like the World Juniors is only ever in 4 spots. It's in the States, Russia, Canada, or
somewhere
Finland.
else. And other
or Nordic,
yeah.
Right? Like, that's it. There's only ever 5 countries that compete: Slovakia, Slovenia,
Switzerland,
Russia, Switzerland, Finland,
Canada, of course,
Sweden, Canada, US. That's it. It's the same thing every year.
I'm sure Canada has like 16 if they could.
But You know what? No shout out to Canada. But anyways, Toronto Raptors, very quickly, for those that care, because the majority of our audience probably doesn't. But we want to talk about what we want to talk about because
it's our podcast.
And we're sticking to it. So Raptors want to pursue Bradley Beal. First of all, what are your thoughts on this?
No, we don't need him.
Really? Really?
Would you want Bradley Beal?
Hell yeah.
I feel like because his play style doesn't fit. Like, he's a good player, but his play style doesn't fit.
In what sense?
What's he going to do? What role is he playing?
What can't he do?
Well, what role is he playing? How much are we going to pay him?
His role would be
to be the third option. We don't need to pay Bradley Beal a damn near all-star to be our third option.
So
we need, like, I don't know. We need someone like, we need like a Covington, you know, like a Chris Middleton, a good 3-and-D guy.
Really?
Bradley Beal wants to hold the ball more.
You have me a little stumped, but
Bradley Beal's going to want to hold the ball more.
I don't think so.
Which is going to take the ball out of Kyle Lowry, who's playing amazing, and Kawhi Leonard's
Wizards
hands.
Games though, and I wouldn't say Beal demands the ball a lot, especially playing beside John Wall.
He kind of does. There was always an argument about that too. They said Beal said he wanted to hold the ball more.
Yes, very true. But I also think that especially this season, he's adapted his game. Like, I know his assist numbers are way up. It's almost like, remember when DeMar DeRozan became a little bit more of a playmaker last year?
This season he's a playmaker. He's averaging 7 assists a game.
So think about DeMar over the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. I honestly think Bradley Beal is damn near exactly that, but just kind of a poor man's version.
I agree with. Right? I think he's an amazing player.
So it's like
I think he just won't fit our system. What are we going to give up for him is not worth what we would give up for him.
Let me ask this question: with the Raptors' current roster. And imagine DeRozan can shoot. Does DeRozan fit on this current roster if he could also shoot?
Yeah, but he's just going to be a glorified...
But I guess that's what I'm asking. Does he fit just space-wise,
yes, he does.
Demanding the ball-wise?
He does.
So why wouldn't Bradley Beal fit? I feel like they're the same player.
Because of what we have to give up, what we're losing.
But I'm saying, imagine if we had to trade to get DeMar back. So we have to trade some assets. It's DeMar, it's
our benches.
It's Kawhi, it's Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I agree with you. He could find a spot to fit in.
Or I guess before I ask that. So again, we say, the Wizards, apparently they want 2 players. Apparently they want to pick as well, just in general for Bradley Beal. If you're the Raptors, I was going
to ask you this question too.
Who are you okay with giving up? I can answer first.
Okay, you go answer first.
I'm cool giving up OG.
That's on the first name. Oh yeah, let's get rid of him.
Prospect. Give up OG. Mm-hmm. I'm also cool giving up Van Vliet.
What if they want Siakam?
No.
Because remember,
I've been saying it for 2 years. This guy's an extra on green, but better.
Bradley Beal is almost all-star level.
He is all-star.
They're not going to want Van Vliet and OG. They're going to want one experience and one prospect.
But are they now? John Wall's out for the season.
They're tanking.
They already got rid of Oubre.
They're tanking.
But that's my thing. Are they ready to blow up the team to a point where, you know what? We want 2 prospects. We want OG, who's a sophomore and showing signs. He needs to learn how to dribble, though. And we want Van Vliet because he's a bona fide backup. Or do they want more? Plus the pick, let's say. Plus a 2020 first-round pick.
That first-round pick is what...
How deep college ball is now.
That's what I'm going to say. That first-round pick is what can even out the players. But I think they would want a player better than OG.
Better than OG? Okay,
or if they're giving OG, they want a player better than Van Vliet. They want...
So let's say...
Siakam or who's our starting? No, or Danny Green. They want like Danny Green.
No, that's wilding out.
How's that wilding out? Bradley Beal's a damn near all-star.
True, but that's wilding out, man. That's wilding out. In terms of effectiveness, we can talk about the statistical trade-off, but in terms of effectiveness, Danny Green is 35 minutes, guards the best player. Like, that is worth something, right? That's worth the all-star that is Bradley Beal. Obviously not in a one-for-one trade, but I'm saying that carries a lot of weight in a trade.
So would you do Danny Green and a pick for Bradley Beal?
Oh, of course. And a pick, no problem. No problem.
I would say no to that.
Danny Green and a pick you wouldn't do for Bradley Beal?
You know what, I would do that.
That ain't no problem.
That's not bad, actually.
Okay, would you do, personally, whether the Raptors, whether the Wizards would do this or not, would you do OG, Van Vliet, and a pick?
For Bradley Beal?
Yes.
No.
OG, Van Vliet, and a second-round pick?
No. My own part of that, I'm giving up 2 of my bench players right there.
Okay.
For a starter. The starting team, the starters don't really need an all-star right now. Like, they're good.
It's very interesting that you say that. Now, I personally would do that. Okay, so I'm trying to think of a trade that you would be willing to do.
It's going to be hard
be
to
realistic
give up
though. Like, okay, what's a trade you're willing to do and try to be as realistic as possible? And
for Bradley Beal,
it doesn't have to be 2 players. It doesn't.
I'll give up
pick.
Valanciunas and OG and a pick.
Okay,
and I'll take Bradley Beal.
Okay,
I think Valanciunas and OG are replaceable on the Raptors. At the end of the day, they don't do anything.
I forgot about JV.
Too special.
I forgot about JV, and you're absolutely right. Now that I think about it, holy shit!
I think JV is just a big body.
Yes,
we could use him. We could have used him against the Spurs. Come on, man. That guy,
but he's losing.
Marcus Aldridge
his
was
value.
killing us.
I don't know why.
We had no body. Because we have no body.
Is JV injured?
He's injured.
Okay, that's
the fucking Draymond Green broke his thumb.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
I'll
JV and OG and a pick for Bradley Beal.
Yes.
Right. If you had to. Now, what I'm asking you, I guess, going back to the DeMar situation, JV, OG, and a pick for DeMar DeRozan, would you do that?
Yes.
Does DeMar still fit on that team? That's what I'm trying to ask, basically.
Too many ball handlers. Too many people that want the ball for too long.
And that helps me to understand why you think we shouldn't pursue Bradley Beal.
Yes.
I think I get it now.
We need someone that's consistent catch and shoot. That's what we need. And I feel like Bradley Beal is more than that. He's going to want to... But he can drive. So I like that because he can catch and shoot and he can drive.
Yeah,
so
he's a great shooter.
I know Nick Nurse can make out his way.
Nick Nurse is a dynamic offense.
He can make his way. He can figure out how to make him work in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know, I'm not a GM. I'm not
Mazai. We don't get paid to think this hard.
I know if they pay me, I would though.
Personally, I would like the Raptors to pursue Bradley Beal. I think he would actually fit a lot better than you're giving him credit
when you explained it, when I thought about it and when you explained it, I'm like, you know what? We could use someone of his. Yeah, he could fit in the Raptors system.
Like you need to be dynamic. Like Golden State, Clay can go off any night.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, Curry can go off. Durant can go off.
Yeah, so it's like we
need that
other like on Milwaukee. Eric Bledsoe can go off
Chris
on any
Middleton.
night. And that's what I'm saying. I'm avoiding the obvious.
That's true. Okay, right? So you're saying I pick the third, like those third, fourth options that you wouldn't expect.
On the Raptors, it's like Serge?
Yeah.
Question mark? Like who's that third
we don't
guy
have
to
that.
Go off? We don't really have. I mean, I guess Pascal now.
Yeah.
Siakam.
But he's still not like he's not going to give you like a 24 and 11 every night.
Exactly.
You're going to go 14 and 10 from him. 14
so,
and
I mean,
8.
I would love to have Bradley Beal. I hope we do get him. But I mean, I think that's enough sports talk for all the non-Torontonians and all the non-sports fans.
They all just fast forward 15 seconds. And Toronto, 50 seconds. Danny Green, 50 seconds.
It's like, well, then I guess you can plug this part into your timestamp because that is the end of sports talk.
Woo-hoo.
Feel me? That is the end of sports talk. Now, before we get to the end of the show, obviously we got to do our random thoughts, man.
Random thoughts? What's my phone at?
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know what any phone is nowadays. Random thoughts, man. Dude,
I had something saved.
What's up with your girl Tiffany Haddish, man? Talk to me, man.
Oh, was she drunk? Was she hungover?
I think she was drunk.
Hey, man.
She was drunk. I don't think she should be a stand-up comedian. I think she's a great comedic actor. I don't think she should do stand-up.
I've never seen her stand-up, to be honest. I just don't think
she has that like
language.
Did you see Ellen stand-up, by the way?
No, is it good?
I don't know. I'm gonna add it to my Netflix list.
Does it get good reviews?
There's my phone, by the way.
Oh,
my tablet was over it the whole time. I don't know if it got good reviews. As we're speaking, I'm literally going on Netflix so I can add it to my list. Speaking of Netflix, hold on before you talk about your shit.
Actually, I have nothing new. I actually did not send anything. Oh, surprisingly.
Well, I saved a bunch of shit now that I think about it. But speaking of Netflix,
Bandersnatch.
I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to Super
like
Saiyan smacked.
I didn't like
and watch
it.
Bandersnatch. You didn't like it? Talk to me about it because I don't know about it.
I felt like I was just too much thinking about my decisions, and then before I knew the movie was done, I was like, "Oh, that's the end."
Did it make the movie longer?
No, this was an hour and a half runtime. And another thing is actually, this is what pissed me off.
Let's hear it.
One of my decisions took me to a dead end, and they had to make me go back. And I was like,
I heard about that.
It ruined the flow of the movie for me. Now I was so confused.
I've heard about that. If you don't pick the decision that they want you to pick, they're gonna bring you back to that scene so you can pick it again.
Yes, and that happened to me twice, and it threw me off. And
so it's not really a multi-ending movie. It's just there's only one way this could end.
No, there's different endings.
Trials until you get
it. You know, it's a yes, no. No. Eventually, you get to a point where
it's like
you can't go anymore.
Start again.
Yeah, so you have to go back to the point and click yes, and then it takes you. honestly,
I haven't watched Bandersnatch yet.
It was okay. I don't know, but there are multiple endings. Because I did sorry to cut you off. I did go back a few times, but when the movie ends, it lets you go back to your last choice,
right?
And it changes the ending based on your choice sometimes. So I changed my ending.
Did you play around with the choice? Like I heard apparently, like at the very beginning, it's like you want Cheerios or Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, that's the first choice.
Well, I mean, what'd you choose?
I chose Cheerios still.
Oh my god, I'm judging you. I mean, I don't know, man. I like Cheerios. I like Cheerios. But I mean, Frosted Flakes though. Come on,
Frosted Flakes was nice.
You want
Frosted Flakes?
I haven't been watching Bandersnatch because I have been watching You on Netflix.
Are you done with that?
I am done with You.
I finished it today.
The show is called You, everyone.
No,
I'm not going to pause myself every damn time.
I am done with You. Pause.
You haven't watched it yet?
I know. I finished it today. I binge watched that shit in like 3 days. I'm not even going to lie to you.
We're not going to spoil it for those that haven't watched, but
it's a good movie. A show.
It is a good show.
Yeah,
it's a good show. It does get a little bit unrealistic, in my opinion.
It at some points it does.
Like when you really think about it in hindsight, you're like, well, that's a lot.
Yeah. Come on, that's not possible, but sure.
I don't know if you remember, and I'll try to do this without spoiling the last 45 seconds or so of the show.
Oh, where
he ran that shit back.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, this nigga does this every couple months.
Pretty much.
This guy is nasty.
Yeah.
Everybody is nasty.
Yeah. Yes.
And then obviously with that final boom, like, hey.
I know what you're talking about.
I was like, okay, y'all got me.
I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be the season all over again with different characters.
That's the first time. Not the first time, but
spoiler. That's spoiler if anything.
That is they got me there. I'm gonna say that they got me because usually I try not to think about shows because it's very easy to assume how they will end.
Yeah.
So I did my whole trying not to think thing. So when they hit me with that last 45 seconds, I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sets up for a great season 2.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for season 2. Probably about a year away.
I was speaking to someone about this, and they said season 2 might be a prequel.
No, it won't.
Think about it this way, and I might, because at first I'm like, I don't know. So the way that season 1 ended, let's say that is the first couple minutes of season 2, episode 1.
Okay.
And then let's assume it's 10 episodes, and then the next 7 episodes is prequel.
I think it'll be all flashbacks.
And then the last, but I guess that's what I mean. Okay. I guess that's what I mean is like flashback, but like 7 straight episodes worth.
No, I don't think it'll be. I think
it's just dipping in and out.
Yeah, I think it'll be like, remember this, and then flashback. But it'll be like 30. It'll be like long flashbacks. It'll be like 30-minute segments. Not like maybe 20-minute segments.
No, I get what you mean.
And then 10 minutes in real time,
and then
flashback.
20 minutes, and that's the end of the episode.
Because at the end of the day,
it's like reality.
Without spoiling it, we still didn't get enough about.
No, we didn't get enough of anything.
The ending of the first one.
I still don't understand how the fucking, and I'm not spoiling this. The fucking evidence wasn't used, fam. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of question marks on this TV show.
There's a lot of question marks.
It's good as it is.
It captures your interest.
It does.
I'm also watching that Jonah Hill shit.
The one with Emma Stone?
Yes.
Is that good? Because I saw that. I was questioning it. I think I watched like 5 minutes. And I was like, it's not.
It's one of those where it's like, I want it to be good so bad.
I feel you.
I really want it to be good. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm still trying to figure it out. But the problem of me still trying to figure it out is that I realized that I'm on fucking episode 7.
And there's only like 7 episodes.
And there's only 10 episodes. So it's like, if I still have to figure you out when we're 70% in, that tells me that it's not good of a show. Like I have to... And again, I'm trying to be on this energy for 2019. If I really don't like, or if I'm really just not liking something, I'm trying to stop it.
That was me 2018.
I cut Fargo. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you couldn't do that shit?
Fargo was boring.
Yeah. I went 30 minutes in the first episode.
Fargo was boring. I liked season 1. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I got into it. But it's funny because for some reason, apparently I started season 2 before season 1. And I watched I watched like the first 2 episodes of season 2, and then like I didn't know where I was anymore in season 2, and then I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch this to find out where I am. Fuck that. You're cut. I'm off that.
That's me now. That was me in 2018. I was like, I'm not gonna spend time on shows I can't enjoy. Like, I'm not gonna watch a show just because everyone's talking about it. After that, I want to like it. I don't care who's talking about it. I'll find the 2 people talking about it in the world, and I'll have a conversation with them about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and I'm doing it successfully.
No more groupthink.
That's it. Just on your own shit.
2018 that was my goal in 2018. Fuck the group thing. If I think something looks good, I don't care if this was in style 2 seasons ago. I'm gonna wear it.
Very true.
F out of here.
I know I have some more random thoughts because I saved some more clips.
I thought I did, but I guess I didn't.
I know I saved a couple clips that really got me thinking. Let me see first. Okay, so Toronto Raptors pursuing Bradley Beal. We talked about it. Oh, the Drake shit. Yeah, that was 2010 footage, by the way.
Ooh, that was a good guess by me. I said circa 2010.
Did you?
I said circa 2009, 2010. So.
Let me give you your flowers then. Let me give you your flowers.
Thank
you. So yeah, I mean, obviously that came about. Drake been weird. So if she's 16, I'm 16. The Bella Harris.
Who?
It's probably my cousin.
Who?
Bella Harris. That's a 16-year-old.
Oh, that's the girl.
Right. So he took pictures with her. When she was 16. He's kind of close to her in one of the pictures. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I know those pictures because I remember reading the caption. I was like, "Yo, this girl's kind of young."
Yeah,
but sure.
Yeah, he's nasty. Ebro, he's nasty. Chris Brown, we talked about. Nasty. Akon is fucking Black Panther.
Yo, he's doing shit in Africa, man, and no one's talking. He needs a Lifetime movie.
Akon needs something. Like
he's doing.
Somebody said on, I guess this was Instagram or Twitter, this dude is really the Black Panther and nobody's noticing.
Yup.
I'll just read the headline. I will not talk about it in depth. Musician Akon is creating a futuristic city and his own cryptocurrency in Senegal. Beast. Yep. Slim Jimmy's fighting.
For what?
I don't know. He was in some kind of street fight in New Zealand.
If it's not so elite, no one cares.
It allegedly started when somebody recorded the rapper and his crew without permission. Sources claim that Slim Jimmy was seen talking to police after the fight. Very interesting. You know what? I think that's all I got.
I don't got much. I thought I saved. You know what? Actually, you know what? I'm going to my saves on my Instagram because I think I did save a bunch of stuff, or maybe I didn't. Who the hell knows?
While you do that, I'll just play this Corday freestyle because it's
hard. Because I was trying to kill time, and I was like, this is not going anywhere.
With a bronze frame and a tattoo of my mom's name. This industry has nothing to offer beyond fame. Time to take me to school like LeBron James. Lesson 1, I'm a bad teacher who give the class seizures. I smash divas, stash reefer in the lab freezer. Know I'ma get mine, troll rappers with shit rhymes. Flowing like I'm 10 feet tall, you just 6'9". Chill, that's a height reference.
Well, I think that line before.
Dollars, I'ma get it abundantly, that's a high blessing. Know these rappers can't stomach me.
Yeah, he's nasty.
What freestyle was that? I've heard that line before.
I think that was the BT Cypher.
Oh, yeah, because I remember everyone making a big deal about it. It's a BT Cypher.
Yeah.
Because everyone's making a big deal like, oh, he's just 6'9". He's like, yo, I just said it's
chill
not
is just a line.
Hey, yo, everyone needs to chill. Like,
that's outrage culture.
Who dropped a name recently and everyone's like, they're dissing? And I was like, no, the Kanye one, the Jay-Z.
Oh, like,
he's giving Kanye, like, no, he's not. Do you guys listen to music?
He literally says, like, you don't compare Michael and Prince's, like when you have Michael and Prince's DNA, he's literally saying like this guy is Michael Jackson
and I'm Prince, or vice versa.
And I guess it's because he knows that Prince is way more fucking talented. If we're gonna keep it a buck,
than Michael Jackson.
Yes.
I don't know. Man. I don't know, man.
I mean,
we have different kinds of talents.
It's not my era, so I'm not gonna act like I'm well informed.
Me neither.
But yeah,
I don't know. I think it's different. You know, on the keyboards, with the instruments, I'll give that to Prince. Performance stage, dancing, I'll give that to Mike Jack. We'll put it there.
I'm going to fight you on that, but we're going to agree to disagree because it is now time to please cue the music. The Incredible Hulk music.
You think it's a new year we will get a soundbite? We'll get this actually done. But.
Eventually. Eventually. But you know what? For now, you will be doing it yourself because that being said, that will bring us to the unfortunate end of another episode of the True North Views podcast, episode 37.
36, actually.
36?
No, 37. I'm joking with you. I wanted to tell you, we call like, nah, 37.
Everybody's nasty. You are nasty for that one. You know what? We do ask one thing. One thing. Please continue the conversation by telling a friend to tell 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 a friend.
One more person.
You know, I heard the tell a friend on a podcast, and I assumed they were copying us.
They probably were. What podcast was this?
No, salute to them, so I'm not even gonna hate. But I thought it was, and then for a moment I was like, no, I mean everyone says that.
Do they
not 6 times. Not 6 times. It was just tell a friend.
Okay. So you can't really hate that one.
I was like, listen, man, We can't try to own everything. But you know what it is, man. 6 degrees of separation, please. Now, as usual, I go by the name of Harris.
I'm the skirt master, Mr. Triple Double, no assist, JustShola.
And I guess you just got to tell them the number one rule.
In 2019, you got to watch out for the wasteman.
Still watching out for the wastemans. You already know what it is. Now, thankfully, the winter solstice is a few weeks behind us. The daylight is lasting longer. And I am feeling happier as a result.
It's not. Sunrise is at like 7, almost 8 o'clock.
Sure, you're absolutely correct. But the sun is setting like 5:15 now.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Throw a party.
It's no more 4:45. It's 5:15 now.
That's something.
Low key, that's a difference.
That is a difference.
Low key.
It's good to leave work and still see a little bit of light.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, by the time you get home, it's dark. But
but
you leaving work, it's still light.
It's light. That's all positive.
I feel it.
It's nice.
I feel it. But anyways, guys, stay warm out there. It's still winter. It's still Brick City. It's
Brick
2019.
Brick City, bitch.
Keep that motherfucking same energy. You already know what it is. It's the True North Views podcast. It's episode 37.
Mr. Triple Double No Assist out.
Let's get it.